Hello 9th class. Today we will learn chapter number 4. We have here topic polar and non-polar covalent bond. First of all we need to know about what polar is and what non-polar is actually. Polar means polar actually in simple words, if I explain in simple word, anything that dissolves into water easily is called polar, but it's a misconception. There are some limitation with this concept. Well, the very best concept of polar is the bond formed between two different atoms. Is called polar covalent bond. Well, the covalent bond formed between two different atoms. We have here example. Well, we talk about the water. Water is the best example. Well, if we write the formula of water, the bond formed between two different atoms, two hydrogen and one oxygen we have here. This is the one example. This is the best example of polar covalent bond. We have here one more example. If we talk about hydrochloric acid, we have here two different atoms, hydrogen and chlorine. Well, when we talk about non-polar covalent bond, we talk about when the bond formed between two similar atoms. The bond formed between two similar atoms. Similar atoms is called what? It's called non-polar covalent bond. Well, we have here example. If I write like this, bond between two hydrogen atom, this is I think similar. The bond is formed between similar atoms is called what? Is called non-polar covalent bond. The bond formed between two similar atoms is called non-polar covalent bond. There is one thing more that we need to remember. The note we need to remember, there must be electronegativity difference. There must be negativity difference between the two bonded atoms. Well, there must be the electronegativity difference between two bonded atoms when we talk about the polar covalent bond. When we talk about the polar covalent bond, there must be two different atoms into a molecule, into a compound. And one thing more, there must be an electronegativity difference between the two bonded atoms. Then a compound is said to be a polar covalent compound. Then a bond said to be a polar covalent bond. Well, when we talk about non-polar, it's not necessary that there must be difference between the electronegativity. Well, it might be the same electronegativity. It might be similar, nearly similar. It might be because the bond formed between two similar atoms. Surely they have a similar amount of electronegativity. That's why they attract each other by similar force, because the electronegativity is the force of attraction. Well, if in simple words I explain in Urdu, electronegativity बेटा क्या है? इलेक्ट्रॉन को अट्रैक्ट करना. Electronegativity is the force of attraction, or the attractive forces, or to attract the shared pair of electron towards itself. This is called electronegativity. If they both have similar electronegativity, how can they attract each other? They attract each other with similar force, and there will be nothing. The bond formed between two similar atoms might be very weak. It might be very weak because they both are attracting each other with similar force of attraction. Well, this is all about the covalent, polar covalent and non-polar covalent. Now we will discuss the example we have here. We have here hydrogen, and along with hydrogen we have here chlorine. So when the both become into a compound, become into a relationship, they both share their electron. We can see here the sharing of electrons. Hydrogen have only one electron, and by sharing one electron with the chlorine, they both have satisfied their octet. Well, chlorine satisfied its octet, and hydrogen satisfied with duopletrol by sharing. We can see there is electronegativity difference here when we talk about hydrogen 2.2 electronegativity, and on the other hand we have here chlorine 3.2 electronegativity. Chlorine has more electronegativity, with more electronegativity, with greater electronegativity. Chlorine attract hydrogen atom with more force, with greater force. Well, the bond formed between two different atoms, because there is a electronegativity difference. The bond formed between two atoms is surely polar covalent bond. Well, polar bond. Clear? So we have one other example. Water, I have discussed already. The water, if we talk about water, that's this sign. What is this sign? I have written here. What this sign? This sign is delta sign, that indicates partial positive or partial negative. That indicates partial positive and partial negative. Well, that indicate partial positive and partial negative charge that is developed due to unequal sharing of shared pair or bond pair of electrons. Well, this is all about the polar and non-polar covalent bond. Well,